very good afternoon. Thank you so much, Cambodia, invite me to speak about my little success in my entrepreneurship. Let me give you a little background. I started business way back in year 1999. In year 1999, I actually started a business called prepaid card distribution. That's where you make phone call using your mobile phone, and we are distributing all these prepaid card. Then I involved into the first internet-related business, that is mobileedit.com. Now, this is where I start my journey, interesting journey and exciting journey in internet-related business. Mobileedit.com is a digital digital magazine. We actually talk a lot about mobile gadget, handphone, and anything related to technology and also internet. Then in year 2006, we start to a payment business, and we establish iPay88. Onwards, we start to venture into the ASEAN region, we go regional, where we start to go into countries like Indonesia, Philippines, Cambodia, and Thailand. Now, after more than 15 over years in the payment business, we are now one of the leading payment company in Southeast Asia or in ASEAN. Now, I would want to use this opportunity to share with audience, instead of learning my success journey as an entrepreneur, I want to take this opportunity to share what are the challenges and problems that normally faced by the entrepreneur. Whether you are doing business in Cambodia or whether you are doing business in ASEAN, challenges and problems are all the same. And I hope this opportunity hearing from me, I would like to share with you how to solve certain common problems that all entrepreneurs face. Now, let me begin with a problem and challenges. I'm sure entrepreneurs always face, number one is money problem. When you want to start a business, you need to raise fund. You need to raise money. Without money, you cannot do any business. Now, the key is raising fund is all about your ideas and the opportunity that you are addressing. If you got a very good idea, the money will come to you. I give you one very good example. If today any of the entrepreneur in Cambodia that can come out with a vaccine that can cure COVID-19, I am very, very sure you become billionaire or trillionaire overnight. Because the whole world is facing this problem. The whole Cambodia is facing this problem. And if you can solve a problem as big as COVID-19, it is impossible you cannot be very successful and become a multi-billionaire. I'm not talking about millionaire, I'm talking about billionaire. So the key towards money is always the problem that you're going to solve. How big is the problem? The bigger the problem that you are solving, the bigger the opportunity. So therefore, don't worry about whether you got money to start. The idea must be big enough for you to become a multi-billionaire. What are the other problems that we face as an entrepreneur? The other problems, very crucial, is looking for talent, looking for good staff, right? I'm sure a lot of people now, especially this part of the world, Southeast Asia, we need a lot of technology guy. We need a lot of programmer, very good programmers. Now, all these talents is a universal problem. Take, for example, even US need a lot of good talents from all over the world. That's why US is encouraging a lot of intelligent people, people that create technology. They actually invite them to come over to US and give them a permanent resident. They call it the green card. So at the same time, all the good people, whether it's from Cambodia, whether it's from Malaysia or Singapore, they all migrate to countries that actually invite them to come. And these are normally the developed country. So as far as solving talent, we need to go back to the roots of the problem. The roots of the problem is, number one, the opportunity in that country itself. Now, my suggestion is to all the entrepreneur or future entrepreneur in Cambodia, the moment you got good idea, you must start your business. You must let your idea into business. And from there, you must create the opportunity for the new millennials, the new talents that graduate from the university, colleges, and school. Instead of they migrate or they go to other country to work, you must create the opportunity. And talking about the opportunity, towards the end of my sharing, I would like to touch a bit on the huge opportunity Cambodia has now, right? Now, what other problems that you face when you start businesses? You face competition. Now, competition in business is for sure be there. If you want to do entrepreneurship, you don't want to face competition, that is not entrepreneurship. The more the competitors, the more the competition, that shows your idea or the business that you are going to go in is a very huge business. So you should welcome competition. It's just that how to solve all this competition, we ourselves must know who are our competitors. Like going to enemy, who are your competitors? You must know what are their strengths, what are, and how you can overcome these competitors. Right? So don't worry about competition. In fact, competition helps to push you to the maximum. The more the competitors, the more you will think very innovatively, the more you will see competition as a competition. To me is, as an entrepreneur, your mindset is very important. The moment you got a very positive mindset, you know that you got a lot of advantage. You know that you are so much better than a lot of companies. All right, even the competitors come from overseas. Don't worry, you got the strength of being a local company in Cambodia, right? Now, finally, once you become successful, you need to follow all the regulation, authority. Now, following regulation and authority is a must, because we must understand we do business in a country, and we must follow the rule of the law, as well as what the government aspire the nation to be. So I never believe that we always try to go against the policy that's set by the government, because at the end of the day, the government is setting good policy so that Cambodia itself have a very good environment for entrepreneurs to start their entrepreneurship journey. And of course, once you become successful locally, a lot of entrepreneurs say, oh, I want to expand to overseas. Now, expansion to overseas, you don't need to be in a hurry. You don't need to go there, oh, I must do it immediately. The key is you must know what is your strength and what other country that don't have this strength and you got the strength. Then you must plan out your overseas expansion in very detailed. In fact, mystically, it must be very detailed and well planned. The reason is, every time you enter a new country, it will cost you a lot of money, all right? And you cannot afford to learn from your mistakes. And going overseas, learn from the companies from Cambodia that have been successfully doing business in Thailand, successfully doing business in Singapore. Learn from your peers. That's very important. Now, after understanding all these common problem, the next thing is we also need to problem, the key to solve all these problems, if you think that you want to solve the whole problem in one go, challenging. So you must learn, entrepreneur must learn the skill of break the problem into smaller problem. This is exactly if you want to eat an elephant. Elephant is so big. Are you going to eat the whole elephant at one go? Or you eat the elephant one bite at a time? Now that is the key of solving problem. You break the problem into smaller problem and you deal with the smaller problem and how to solve those smaller problems. Now next is, when you start your entrepreneurship, you must be committed to grow the business. There's no such thing, entrepreneur depend on luck. You start the business and you think that, somebody will help me. Nobody will help you. You as a co-founder and entrepreneur, you must build the business 24 hours, all the time. Every time when you talk about business, you got time for your business. That's very important. So we are talking about commitment to grow your business, conviction towards your business, and of course, the passion. Don't do a business just because people say that the business is big. Do because it's your passion and the business is addressing a solution towards a very big problem. The problem that the moment you can solve, you become a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire. So that is the guideline. And of course, in entrepreneurship, networking skill is very important. You need to do a lot of networking. You need to attend meetings, attend networking sessions. You need to meet up with the authority. You need to meet up with the community. You need to meet up with the technical association or whatever association. That's very important because businesses, you depend on the network to grow. Alone, how much can you grow? And of course, timing. A lot of entrepreneurs will think that, immediately I want to be as successful as a Facebook founder. Now, you must understand people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Jeff Bezos, they came out with a solution to an answer, the solution to a problem, and this problem is a huge problem. And their solution actually changed the behavior of people. The moment you change behavior of people, then you can make money instantly. You look at Facebook. Facebook changed the way we interact, the way we socialize. It's all digital, and this, right? Unless you got the technology that can change the behavior of people, big mass of people, big group of people globally, then you can become an instant millionaire or billionaire. But if you are not able to come up with solution like this, what's wrong with you to give time for your business to grow, right? There's no such thing as instant billionaire. So you need times to do it. Now, of course, the final advice I want to share with you before I talk about opportunity is business is continue to evolve. That means business continue to change. Why? Number one, you look at the people that we are targeting. The younger people, the millennial, we call it. Even in Cambodia, the millennial behave very different compared to baby boomers, compared to Gen X or Generation Y and Generation Z. The Generation Alpha, the Generation Beta, think totally different. So you must know that the generation is changing, the behavior is changing. Your business also need to change over time. And of course, technology also change. Last time people say, computer is very important. Now, the most important is not just computer. It's your handphone, it's your smartphone, it's your Android phone, it's your Apple phone. Now, with a smartphone, you can do anything under the sky. And finally, information now is in our fingertips. Now, you don't need to become so smart. All it needs is you need to access to the right website and the right apps. A lot of things instantly you can find out the information. If people ask you a question, if you don't know how to answer, instantly you Google search, you got the answer, right? So now because of technology and because of technology change so much, information is at the tips of our finger, right? So these are the things that I hope I can share some tips for you to pursue your entrepreneurship. Now, let me share with you my thought about the opportunity in Cambodia. I've been traveling in and out in Phnom Penh and also Siem Reap many times. Personally, I love Phnom Penh so much. The food in Phnom Penh is very, very good. You got so many type of food and all these things. Let me trigger your thinking. I'm sure your country under the national with the leadership from the assistant governor, Her Excellency Chia Sri, she actually came out with a very good initiative for Cambodia. She actually developed the ecosystem, the payment ecosystem or the payment settlement system called Bakung. So if you heard of Bakung, this payments settlement infrastructure is a very powerful infrastructure that NPC created for the country. Now, I give you one analogy. The moment a country have infrastructure like highway, like telecommunication, this Bakung is a financial highway. Now, if you build a highway, physical highway across Phnom Penh, you will see that a lot of businesses that you can grow left and right along the highway. Same goes to when you build a telecommunication infrastructure. The moment you got handphone, smartphone, businesses change and opportunity arises. Now, let me share with you the power of Bakung where NPC has developed. And I think you all should be very proud of Her Excellency, the Assistant Governor, Her Excellency, I want to repeat again, Chia Sri. Personally, I met her twice, and I can see that her leadership to bring up this Bakung actually create a lot of opportunity for Cambodian entrepreneur and technopreneur to tap on this huge financial infrastructure. Now, this financial infrastructure, it can help you to do settlement, cross account. Nowadays, if you give this opportunity to the business community, Mr. Business Community, now I can help you to collect money cross-platform, from the retail to online, from the online to the offline, and from online, offline, omni-channel. This will create an environment where, because payment is so fast and efficient, then you will see that the opportunity being created from the financial ecosystem is tremendous. Let me share with you why I created with my partner, Mr. Remy Pell, my partner. Number one, NPC, when we spoken 3-4 years back, we see that NPC got a lot of vision for the country. Eventually, Cambodia will have very good infrastructure. Like, true enough, your Phnom Penh internet is one of the best, right? And second thing is the visionary of your leaders, your prime minister, that allow foreign investor to come, all right, with a lot of incentive and make us invest into Cambodia. Now, that is very important. The reason is you need expertise from overseas to bring that technology. Like ourselves, we bring our payment technology into Cambodia. And because our technology already evolved more than 20 years from Malaysia, we also evolved from Singapore, from country around surrounding ASEAN. So whatever ASEAN has gone through, and whatever ASEAN potential that can see in the financial ecosystem, we are actually bringing it into Cambodia. Why Cambodia want to learn from the scratch? Cambodia should learn from what your neighbors have been doing. And the neighbors, we see what have been done in Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, and so on and so forth. So we bring this ecosystem into Cambodia. And we work closely with the banks. We met up with Asalida Bank, the Canadian Bank, the Public Bank, the Maybank, the RHB Bank. We sold to so many banks in Cambodia. And because of our vision, together with Cambodia, we actually built the first non-financial institution payments ecosystem in Cambodia. And now, if you want to do business like, okay, you want to sell online, like this COVID-19, you want to have a marketplace, you want to sell your product via apps, via web, all this can be done because of there's a payment system that we provided. The key to business is how you collect money. There's no money, you can't do any transaction. So that infrastructure that we have built, now we have on board even airlines like Cambodia Airlines. We onboard a lot of telco, and at the same time we work very closely with the wallet ecosystem. People like PayPay, there's so we are working with, and we actually allow all these wallets to be accepted both online and offline. So, my dear friend, my friend, your country has all this infrastructure. Why are you not taking the advantage to build your business? Why are you not see what happened in China? China now is adopting cashless. Singapore is, even Malaysia, we are adopting a lot of cashless. And this COVID-19 already proven to us cashless is very important. And it is so important too that if there's a pandemic like COVID-19, cashless is the key for a company to continue to survive. Now, my point to you is technology can create opportunity. You have so much technology being imported from all over the world, especially Southeast Asia. And with your visionary mindset from your leaders, your prime minister, your minister, even your National Bank of Cambodia leaders, all of them, they are very visionary. They see that Cambodia is a small country, but Cambodia actually able to provide a very good infrastructure. Now, the key is when the infrastructures, whether it's a financial infrastructure, whether it's a physical infrastructure, or whether it's telecommunication infrastructure, these are the key ingredient for you to grab this opportunity. And I don't know about my time. If I'm given more time, I can continue to share. Otherwise, I would like to give my last thoughts before I say goodbye to you guys. As an entrepreneur, don't worry about what if you fail. There's no such thing as what if you fail. The key is, it's just that you haven't make it. It's not the time you make it. But if you started your entrepreneur journey, if you face challenges and you, so to speak, fail, you actually learn about your failure. Now, the key is Cambodia got so much opportunity because Cambodia is one of the last frontier to catch up. The moment you got a lot, whatever you start, entrepreneur, the lesson that you learn is very valuable, because this lesson will guide you to become a bigger entrepreneur. Yeah? And I really thank Cambodian government to allow IP88 to bring our technology to Phnom Penh, as well as to bring a lot of value-added technology and services to the country. And of course, I really wish all of you who are listening to me, technopreneur or entrepreneur is a journey. It's not something that you achieve and that's it. It's an ongoing journey until you leave this world. And technopreneur or entrepreneur who have passion in what you are doing, these are the important points to help you to carry on your businesses when you got a problem or challenges that you think is very difficult to solve. Sometimes patience is also very important, right? Imagine 2 years ago we started payment gateway. The Cambodian market is not so ready on digital payment, but now we start to see more and more company is adopting digital payment, and we are so happy and proud that our digital payment and infrastructure allow a lot of millennials to start their technopreneur journey, and some of them are doing very well. And with that, I wish Cambodia good luck, and I really look forward to go back to Cambodia. As I told Remy, the moment the border is open, Phnom Penh is my first choice to fly in. I used to go to Phnom Penh almost once every month, and I really enjoy the hospitality. And thank you so much, Cambodian leaders, the Prime Minister, Minister, for giving us such a good environment to start our business in Cambodia. Thank you so much. Thank you.